all, let me say thank you to all of the love and support that y'all forever give me.
First of all, let me say, give you all the love and support that you giving to everybody. Hey, sir, hey. I love Tamar, but giving your facts, I'm going to just let you introduce yourself so people can see and hear what you got going on.
Thank y'all so much, and if you are new here, kick off your shoes and get comfortable because we family around here. Today, we're about to get into episode 2, Braxton. Let's get it. Y'all, this is the second episode of the Braxton. This is the first season that they came back since the passing of Tracy Braxton, their sister. And I would say this episode was extremely heavy. I feel like for a lot of people, it was a really emotional episode. I'm gonna be straight up. If you are a Tamar stan, not a fan, but a Tamar stan, you probably ain't gonna like this video. I say Tamar stan because I feel like Tamar fans, I feel like anybody that is just a fan of an artist or a celebrity, that they're able to also hold the artist accountable. But I feel like a stan, it don't matter what they do, they gonna still be right there, 10 toes down. They gonna ride with them, they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like how I am with Beyonce. Yeah, so if you would take my stand, then you ain't gonna like this video because I ain't gonna let her ass make it. I'm gonna just be honest. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, this episode is extremely heavy for everybody because it's just, you know, real sad. Like just with Tracy, you know, being gone and she not being a part of the season this year and all of that. And I don't know about, you know, some of y'all, but I will say for myself, I love watching the Braxton Family Values. I've been watching them since the very first season. So like I've always enjoyed, you know, like watching them. And I think I will say, I'm gonna be honest, this season is the first Braxton Family Values season that it seemed like it's extremely hard for me to watch. I'm gonna tell you why. For one, it's hard for me to watch this season because it feels like, I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying what it feels like. It feels like the main storyline around this season is going to be based off of Tracy's passing. And I say that, you know, like it's hard to watch because it's really hard for me to sit here and watch this and actually believe that everybody is being extremely genuine with this whole situation when y'all got mad at that girl because she was still working when y'all didn't want to. And y'all kind of held her feet to the fire behind that. When, I mean, if we just being honest, everybody know that Tracy was the sister that she just didn't have it going on as much as the rest of them did. You know what I'm saying? And she always dealt with a lot of hurt. It was hard for her to ever really get over the fact that they had left her, Tamar, Tawana, and Trina, and took that record deal when Tracy was pregnant. She held on to that for a long time. And I feel like as much as they've been through like different counseling sessions, even when they asked Tracy to, like, if she's released that or whatever, and she said yeah, or she said she's none, I still don't feel like that she ever really just got over that. That's my opinion. And so it feels like just based off of what I've watched from season after season after season.
You're absolutely correct. It should have been no sister left behind. You are right in your commentary and everything that you're saying. And you definitely on point about it.
And then how they treated her and shit like that, it just feels like this is just kind of inauthentic because y'all are now using her as a main storyline around this whole season, but it was a time when y'all didn't even want to film and y'all was mad at her and y'all just wore her out and just made her feel like complete shit. That's one of the reasons why it's hard for me to watch. It's hard for me to really believe they're saying she did. She wanted them to tell a story, but it's hard for me to believe that Tracy wanted them to show a lot of these unpleasant videos of her when she was declining. It just don't feel like Tracy would have wanted that. They saying she did, but I just feel like it just don't.
Trust me, I feel you on that because that's kind of like the same thing I feel about Wendy Williams. I don't think that she ever would have wanted to go down with how the world seen her decline. So I do agree with you that Tracy probably never would have wanted it because she was an upbeat person. She was a great spirit. She had everything going on for herself. So let's see what else you have to say.
I feel like Tracy would have wanted them to show all of those videos and stuff of her when she was like looking so bad, and that's hard because it's just sad. And it fucks me because I lost my grandmother to stomach cancer in 2013, and I was in prison and I couldn't even go to her funeral. And you know, I just recalled, you know, like the last time I seen my grandmother.
Excuse me, young man. But you look like a sensible young man, and you seem to have your head together. Why in the world did you go to prison? Could you please specify on that? You ain't have to tell all your tea if you don't want to, but inquiring minds want to know.
When I finally got my heart shipped and got back to Styles Unit, and I got to only see my grandma one time, and she was moving around really slow and not like herself, just like how Tracy looked. So it's just hard for me to watch that and just not think about my grandmother and stuff. That's just cancer is illness that I just don't wish on nobody. I hate it. I just hate it so much. It just takes them so fast. And I just didn't like seeing her like that. That's hard for me to watch. It really, really is. And I don't want to say that like they all are just come out inauthentic. I'm not saying that. It's just hard to really just take it so seriously when the way a lot of them really treated her. But most importantly, I ain't gonna lie, more than anything, Tamar. Tamar treated that girl like shit. Even this episode shows that no matter what, Tamar is gonna always find a reason to get mad and make it about her. She's just that type of person. That's who the fuck she is. And it's sad. I feel like, okay, they here again to do another therapy session. Bro, they've had so many therapy sessions. They had the lady that was always on the first few seasons as a therapist. I can't remember if her name was Dr. Shepard or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure y'all know. They had TD Jakes come in and have a talk with them. They had the situation with Iyanla. Came and set them down, and they had a talk with her. Like, and it's like a cycle that keeps repeating itself, and it just does not change. Like, they'll get to like what seems like a good place for maybe a month or two, and then they back to beefing again. And it's like, why are y'all consistently having these issues? Like, Trina and Tawanda always was really, close, with each other. Tamar and Tony would be close as well, but then Tamar had her moments where she'd be mad at every damn body, and she'd just be going on these crazy ass rants. Tracy was always the one that was kind of singled out, it seemed like, but she leaned more so towards Trina and Tawanda. But it's just crazy that they still at this place when you would think that someone passing that close, like their sister dying, will bring them closer. And I guess it just shows with a lot of families, especially black families, that it don't matter. Sometimes death can make it even worse or it not help. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's just fucked up because they should be better right now. So they sitting down and they're having this conversation with the therapist. Trina, you called her. Y'all know y'all got issues. I don't know why. It's like they feel like they have issues, but they be tiptoeing around who gonna say first what's going on. It's like weird. Just say it. Like just get it out. But while they're doing this sit down with this therapist, if you just pay attention and notice, mood was calm. Everybody was calm, everybody was just chill and being receptive to what the therapist was saying, and they were communicating well with the therapist. The energy in the room did not shift, literally, until Luke Kevin was at the door. It sounded like the police was at the door, and Tamar did this whole blur stop thing. For one, okay, that's the police at the door. Tamar, you should understand, like, that's probably not something that he do want all on TV or like, so if Trina is trying to like say like this ain't the time for that, then like just pipe down. But you getting mad because she's saying like this ain't the time.
You are absolutely correct. I did not catch that though, because I am a Tamar fan, and I think that she get treated unfairly. But it wasn't until I stepped outside of myself and looked at your video and had to rue it in the way that you're saying about how Tamar conduct herself. All of that wasn't necessary. So let me let you finish your point.
You feel like she hit Tony. I did see that, Trina, she kind of like tapped Tony. I can't even say I feel sorry, and I don't understand because I get it. Like, I definitely understand because, Tamar, you always pick a moment, and it's the wrong time for you to have this lash out. All this about they keeping secrets and you don't know nothing and nobody. This is not about you, and that's your nephew. You got this energy about yourself that's just not pleasant. It's not cool. Right after that happened is when the energy in the room completely shifted. And then even Tony is saying, I want to understand my sister. She's been having these problems and issues, and I want to understand. And he apologized to Tamar, and Tamar just sitting like, all of that, it's disrespectful. Sad. You could like see it like even in this situation when Tawanda start going at it. What is the problem, bro? Like, why do you have to be the one to just go way off into deep end?
I get it. It's giving team too much. Yes, it is. You're right. You're absolutely right with what you're saying. But I didn't want to think that my girl Tay would go out like that. Like, I thought she was like a good person for the family, a team worker. I didn't see your point until I see your point. And you dropping facts.
Having a simple conversation. You jumping in doing crazy shit. Like, it's almost like you do not care to even participate or even act like you care. It always has to be about you, what they doing to you, or what you not getting. Or it's like always that, and you just a sad ass person, to be honest with you. That's just straight up you sad. To me, you sad as fuck. It's like she does not care to even be respectful in the midst of this. She just doesn't. If y'all recall, Iyanla literally said this. Tamar, you are rude. You are disrespectful. You are dismissive. It literally is showing. Like, it's not even like nobody is picking on her. And I guess that's what I did hate about when
I ain't being funny, but it's kind of funny that you said it in that commentary that you said it in, because it sounds like the help. You are kind, you are beautiful, you are important. You gave those same steps, even though you reading her for their life.
They came back from Iyanla, and Mama E, Miss Evelyn had said she felt like Iyanla picked on Tamar. Ain't nobody picking on Tamar. Tamar just needs to take accountability. She needs to get herself some help, some serious help, and she needs friends around her that's gonna call her ass out and not give a fuck if she get mad and don't wanna fuck with them no more. That's just all it is to it. It's crazy because I feel like Miss Evelyn even know that Tamar is dead wrong in this situation, and she's not even stepping up to say, you are out of line. You. Like the energy did not shift until Tamar started doing all of that. Ain't nobody picking on you. You just made yourself a villain in this situation just by doing all of that. It's rude. It's disrespectful. Like, everybody else can communicate. Tamar, your communication skills are fucked. You so rude, Tamar. You literally said on the first episode, I think we should get grief counseling. We should get some type of grief counseling. But now you're saying, I don't need grief counseling. Tamar, you need every motherfucking counseling there is. Like, you need to be seeing somebody Monday through Sunday. I mean, you don't even need to take a day off.
Not
from a
every
therapist.
day.
You need to be seeing somebody every goddamn day of the week. Seriously.
Well, you
all people, you should be the last one talking about you got grief. You ain't got shit, because ain't nothing worked. Nothing that you have got has worked. Clearly, it shows. This is terrible. And then your mom, like, y'all got your mom, like, she's screaming at the top of her lungs. Y'all gonna give her a heart attack. It's almost like y'all act like y'all hate each other, but I'm not even gonna say all of them, because even when they tried, you can see that they trying to, like, have this conversation. And let's just say we don't see what's going on whenever the lights and the cameras go off. We none of us, we don't see what's going on. Anything could be going on when the lights and the cameras is not on. But when you are sitting in this setting, I feel like, this is just me, I feel like the lady, she don't know y'all like that, like she knows Trina, but I feel like she has an unbiased evaluation of y'all. Like, I just don't feel like there's a reason to come into the room in the setting with that type of energy. If everybody else's energy is giving this participation, and you said in the first episode that y'all need to get this fucking grief counseling, why when y'all got the grief counseling, your ass is the one that don't want to participate and want to be disrespectful? I do not get that. You got a problem. And then, Tamar, you get...
I agree with you 100%, but I think that it's not just Tamar. It's the whole entire family. They all act like they got each other back. And then when it comes down to the only two that really have each other back, which is Trina and Tawanda, those are the only two that actually speak up for and be around each other all the time. Like, let's be clear. Tamar is close to Tony as well. So, what you're saying is right.